to the Merle Girl Podcast. This week it's my week. When it is my week, you never know what's going to happen because guess what I'm going to do, guys? Guess what I'm going to do? You guys want to talk about Die Hard? Let's talk about Die Hard. Christmas in July.
Alright.
Kalikimaka, but in July.
The most annoying person I've ever met in my life.
I'm okay.
Come on.
Honestly,
July.
a lot of
Just
people
this
argue.
Christmas.
This number.
It's a Christmas.
People argue that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. But
It
it's
absolutely
it's
is.
set in Christmas,
Falls
but it's
over.
not actually a Christmas.
A
It's an action
Christmas
adventure.
tree. Falls over.
It's
There's ho 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 on the screen.
yeah. There's
There's literally a Santa hat.
and it's all about family and good Christmas values
And bullets.
and bullets. Good American values.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Make it
sorry.
okay.
Sorry if
No,
I offended
no.
anybody
Here.
No.
last
like-
week with comments.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Some people get a wee bit political, and apparently, if you have any opinions.
So Die Hard, right? Die Hard's a Bruce Willis,
It is
Alan
a classic.
Rickman,
You know this movie.
classic.
You have to
It's,
know this
it's
movie.
kind of one of those movies that if you haven't watched, it's like, why?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How have you missed this milestone? It's part
It's
of.
like never watching like Jurassic Park or something.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like,
yeah.
what
Well,
are
it's
you
not quite
doing?
that level of what
well,
are you
no,
doing
it
with your
is-
life.
Die Hard.
It's up there.
It's quoted all the time. It's referenced all the time. There was that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, you remember the one with the McPoyles?
Oh,
Shit, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
Danny
what?
DeVito. He's like, and he's got the. I really like It's Always Sunny.
I'm gonna isolate that audio of you doing that, I swear.
Danny DeVito be like,
Danny DeVito, who is a good human being. Like,
Oh,
have
I
you
can.
heard any of the
I hope
stories?
so, yeah.
I have heard nothing but good stuff about this man. And he is a huge part of my childhood. He was
but
in
he's
so
not
many
a huge
movies.
part of
He's
the
not.
movie.
I was about to say, like,
I tend to go on tangents.
Jenny goes a little bit
Okay.
Die
she
Hard.
does
I go a little bit
On
Die
her
Hard.
tangents.
I like
So
good
Alan
things.
Rickman. Remember Alan Rickman? Alan Rickman in this film. This was
Alan
like his
Rickman.
first movie.
He was amazing.
And they paid him
He was so
the
good.
lowest because he
He
was
was
like,
so
I just
good.
want to be in a movie. And then he was. And then he played a German.
who looks so much like Dad? It's ridiculous.
That little
Yes.
bit. Yeah.
Like his
Yeah.
hair's all floofy and brown and shiny. And
Yeah, the
He's got the
beard.
little
he's got the beard.
goatee
And the, yeah,
yeah.
the eyes. But
He's got
no,
that vague accent.
a little bit. Well, that's the thing. The vague accent carries over into the vague German that's in this movie. The
Yes.
problem with this movie, a la Steven Spielberg German,
Yeah.
is that if you speak any German at all, they're not
Kind of
saying
pick
words.
up on it's close.
Well, they kind of just say
No.
Mach Schnell all day.
Yeah, they're mocking all the
Mach
Schnell.
Schnell.
They're mocking all the
Yeah.
los. And then they say, the guy says left and then right.
Was ist los?
What's up,
Well,
buddy? That's all they're saying.
Ich habe ein Gun.
That's the level of German.
Yeah.
It's Steven Spielberg, Achtung die Leute, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the people. That's not a
Warten Sie.
sentence. That's not a sentence.
Yeah.
So Alan Rickman is one of the only like actual sentences in the movie where he's like, "Was habe ich dir gesagt? What the hell did I just say to you guys? What did I say?" He says in German.
Yeah.
That's like the one sentence. Everything else is just
Hans
words.
Gruber is such a good character.
He is.
Like, he is extremely well written. I like his dialogue. I like watching him try to do his evil plan. Like, it's very, it's so much
not
fun.
the same as-
Die Hard is
okay.
so fun. It's such a fun movie. There's nothing wrong with it. Like,
I mean,
I have no problem with
death and murder.
I mean, if we're going to judge
All
it
the murder.
morally, but if we're going to judge movies morally, what are we, Puritans? I don't think so. So, like, let me enjoy my action
Take
adventure.
a breath. Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
She went off on you.
I'm just saying. In this case, it's a lone wolf standing out against a pack of terrorists who are not actually terrorists. They're just thieves. And they're pretending to be
He's
terrorists.
an exceptional thief, madam.
Fucking
And since
hypocrites
he's
is what they
skeeving
are.
up, going up to being the level of kidnapper,
Exceptional thieves.
Oh my goodness.
they
Shut up,
murder
bitch.
people as well. They're not
They
just
do.
thieves.
They murder a lot of people. They kill Ellis, but I don't care.
They
Yeah, he
murder.
deserved it, dude. Like he was ignoring her completely and trying to be cool and trying to be like, oh, I'm in on it, and he super deserved to die. Like, sorry,
Like,
no.
you need to shut up. And Bruce Willis is like, dude, shut the fuck up. Tell him you don't know me. And too late. Too late. These guys are killers. These guys are 100% going to murder people.
They kill Nakatomi
They kill Mr. Nakatomi.
of Nakatomi
Yeah.
Plaza.
Because he's like, I'm not telling you shit. And
He's
they're
the.
like,
Oh, that's exactly what he sounds like.
just, I ain't gonna give you nothing, motherfucker.
I ain't telling you nothing, son. Said Mr.
You gonna have to shoot
me in the face.
You gonna have to shoot me in the face.
Said Mr. Nakatomi.
Yeah. Well, another Sunny in Philadelphia reference, that one where the gang is hiding and all these...
My goodness.
You know the one where the real southern voices
This
are fighting
movie
back
takes
and forth.
place clear across the country
Okay.
from Philly. I'm just saying. He was
Well,
in New
Is
York.
it in California?
And then they
It's in
moved
California,
to California.
because
Holly Gennaro's job
She's taking
moved.
a job in California.
I could care less about her character.
Well.
Her hair's bad. I don't...
It's
I feel like she's a little bit
You can't judge
boring.
the 80s. Just
And
let
why
it do
does
its
he
thing.
need a female
It's
like...
a redemption arc. He's trying to get his family back together.
I mean,
gotta be like
he has
John.
to be there for a reason.
John is trying to redeem himself and redeem his family is what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but she's just a boring person.
Well,
Well,
She's
she's
just
supposed to
kinda
she's a
be
big business lady.
big business lady that got ahead in the business. She started out
Yeah.
and then she got a promotion and now she's the second in command at Nakatomi Plaza. And then, oh no, you've murdered
And then
my
she
boss.
is a boss. Like, she's
So she
willing to
becomes
talk some shit at
the
Alan
new
Rickman.
boss.
Like, she's
Well, yeah,
like,
there's
I'm
that
not-
one scene about her getting
Yeah.
the pregnant lady a couch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She's like, I have a request. He's like, what idiot put you in charge? And she's like, you did.
When you shot
Alan
my boss,
Rickman?
motherfucker. Yeah, so
Like,
she's
in
got
his
some
face.
gumption, Holly Gennaro does. And she punches Walter Peck.
She does.
Yeah.
Punches him in his face.
Punches him right in the face.
Right at the end of the movie.
His
Oh,
name's
that's
not
the
Walter
guy
Peck,
that's
but
always an asshole?
The guy.
Yes, the
Here's
redheaded
the
guy.
thing. I'm going to talk
Here's
about this.
the thing.
All right. Here's the thing. The guy that plays the reporter in this one, the
Always
reporter is an
plays an
asshole.
asshole.
Okay, he always plays the antagonist. He does not always play the asshole.
Ghostbusters.
And Walter Peck, although he was an asshole.
Let me tell you.
Walter Peck was an asshole, but he had good reason to be.
In Ghostbusters.
These men are running around in a fucking city that is populated with millions of people.
Dogs and cats
And
living
they've
together.
got unlicensed nuclear reactors on their back that could go supernova at any fucking point. There's no regulation here. Quite frankly,
Shut it down.
we
Shut it
need
down,
regulation of this kind of shit. Walter Peck is absolutely 100% in the right.
What, you
But
mean
he's a dickhead.
He's a dickhead about it.
It's not okay.
But
just fire
just
into
let
the
them
sky,
shoot the cannons.
a flame
It'll be fine.
that causes
Yes,
the
I know
chandelier
they
to
end
fall.
up saving the city, but
That's
they could have
fine.
just as much destroyed it. We could have been
What is-
immediately from Ghostbusters into Mad Max.
What is the point? What is the point of his character being the reporter in this movie? Because there's that part where he goes to their house trying to talk to their children, which is disgusting.
Well, because he's a reporter and he found
he's
an
a
angle.
reporter and he found
He
a
found a
story.
scoop. He could go and do
on
the thing.
Christmas Eve.
So yeah, this reporter, total asshole.
Yeah, but
Biodome,
the movie,
okay?
the movie
There's another one
would
where
not
he
change
is not the bad
if you
guy.
took out the reporter's character.
No, well,
The movie would
it
absolutely
would.
not
No,
change.
it totally
It
would.
would,
He
'cause that
reveals that she's
changes-
got a family, and then that's when Hans Gruber is like, oh my shit, she's got a family. Oh my shit, she's his wife. Oh my shit, I have
It,
power
wife
over this.
is
it
wife.
changes
Yeah.
the second act climax because
Yeah.
Holly Gennaro
Mhm.
is revealed as the former Mrs. McClane.
McClane.
Oh snap!
So now we have a
is Bruce Willis's
problem.
wife?
The
Let's
reporter
kidnap
reveals
that
the shit.
woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get in the
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that because I was like,
That's
I
the
mean,
twist.
the
Like,
only
why else
part
is
I
it?
really remember was him getting punched for being a dick,
Well, yeah.
and him going
He
to their
got
house
punched
trying
because
to talk
he
to their
revealed
children.
that she could have died.
That's yeah.
Right.
That's why he got punched.
Yeah.
Because he decided that his career and sensationalism was more important than the actual people in actual danger right the fuck now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he got punched. And Holly Gennaro was 100% right for doing it. Good job, lady. He's a
Except for
butthead.
the part where you punch someone on TV and
Nope.
they got photo of it
Don't
and
care.
she will be sued.
Justifiable.
There will be blood.
It's like punching a Nazi. Like, they deserve the punch. I'll go to jail if I have to, but I'm punching a Nazi. Like,
Would you?
if it came down to it, yeah. I don't meet a whole lot of Nazis in real life. The people I know in real life are pretty cool.
So anyway.
Like, I don't hang around with people who, like, acknowledge that they are Nazis. Like, why would you? Why would you be that kind of person?
because
Like, yeah, this is my friend. He's a good guy. He's a Nazi, but he's good. No, he's fucking not. He's a Nazi.
so anyway,
Punch him.
1980s Bruce Willis
I'm sorry.
in the air ducts be like Christmas.
Yes, the movie is great. The dialogue is hilarious. The action is really good.
Like
Like,
Bruce
there's-
Willis's character is actually just like cool. Like
Yeah.
he's just pretty fucking cool.
In
like,
the first Die Hard.
We're not talking
little by
I've never
little.
seen
We don't
any
even
of the
acknowledge
But
the others.
first Die Hard,
First one.
he is a good man who just found himself in circumstances. This
Right.
is not, he didn't ask
He's
for
the
this.
hero we need.
It just, he's the hero we need. He is the Batman of the air ducts.
Oh
and I'm
my
okay with
God.
that. Like, you do your thing. I
Yeah.
root for you. I agree that
I am
these
the
bad
bat
guys,
yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
these guys are bad. These guys need to be stopped. They're killing people.
He's the
doing
Batman
their
with the
thing.
bombs.
Like,
Oh.
he's the Batman who's willing to kill. And
I mean, that part with him with, like, the firefighter hose
yes.
scared the shit
So
out of me when I was
exciting.
little.
You
I
mean
was
you don't
not.
like dangling off the top
So
of a 90-story building,
Like,
breaking it with the glass,
No.
and
No, it's not him dangling so much as it is him swinging also from
yeah.
it.
I have a problem with heights. Okay, I have always had a problem with heights. That movie with Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
I was to say, yeah.
where Skyscraper, right? That's what it's called.
Skyscraper.
Where he's doing all the jumping and the climbing, and
never
I'm
see
just like,
that.
I'm going to pee myself.
Uh,
You people need to not do
Well,
this
no,
to me.
that happened to me in that Mission Impossible movie where he had like
Oh,
the
yes.
gecko thing.
He's
I
climbing
was
the Burj
peeing
Khalifa or
myself.
whatever. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I
I'm
don't know if
scared of
any of you
everything,
guys
if
have
you
seen
didn't
Mary
know.
Poppins Returns. I have a
Bruce
point.
Willis
I have a point.
flying away,
Okay.
Tom Cruise,
They-
and then of course
Mary
Mary Poppins.
The Disney classic. No, okay. So
What about Mary Poppins?
these guys have not seen this. I know they have not. I watched
How
okay.
does this connect?
Here's why I bring it up. I cannot
Fast
handle
forwarding.
certain things.
To the part where it
There's a
connects.
scene where they have to scale the outside of the Big Ben clock tower to get to Big Ben
Oh.
itself.
So
to
Great
turn
Mouse
the clock.
Detective.
They're climbing the actual tower to get to the clock to turn it back so that they don't lose their house to Colin Firth, who's a bad guy. Colin Firth is never a bad guy. I was very weirded out. But they get to nearly the top, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is like,
Yes!
he's like, oh shit, we're not quite there yet. How are we gonna get there? Well, he's a lamplighter, so they got all these ladders, so they've been scaling the building using their ladders. They get to this point where they're like, okay, we have to do something. And they put the ladder flat where it sticks out from the building. Lin-Manuel Miranda climbs along the ladder over the city, turns around on it, and I'm like, y'all don't understand. I can't handle this. And he turns around, and then they jump, and he flies up, and he lands on the clock, and he's able to do the thing, and everybody cheers, and I'm like, I wouldn't be cheering, I'd be fucking fainted.
I'd have fallen
can't-
off the Big
Oh
Ben.
no! I just that scene, like I was like, I know that
Why
this
is
is
this
going to
even
be okay,
happening? Not to
but-
spoil, I haven't seen it. But if Mary
What would
Poppins,
Mary Poppins
can fucking
ever
fly,
know?
Yeah. Here's my problem with the Mary Poppins movie, just real quick.
Just real quick, as I tangent for 18 minutes.
She knows
Die Hard
that
equals
the deed
Mary
to
Poppins.
their shares is on this paper, and she puts it in the path of the youngest child so that he can take it, cut it apart, and put it on the kite so that they can find it at the end and it'll be a big reveal. If you know that this is the paper and you know that this is what's keeping them from having to go through all this shit and possibly lose their house, give them the paper, Mary Poppins. Why are you playing this long game?
Is she speaking to
Why?
So Die Hard,
Mary
right?
Poppins is a diabolical, evil person, and like she's not supposed to be. And I'm like, why did you do this?
Jeanette?
In the new movie.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna move
Apparently,
on.
you're talking about Mary Poppins Returns.
I have no idea what you're even doing.
I
over
know.
there.
I love everyone in it. But
No.
I have so many questions.
We're gonna
about it.
stop.
Tangent back into
Like,
Die Hard. Tangent back.
Die Hard.
Bring it back.
There's no connection to Die Hard, so like I don't know how to connect
When
that.
you said you were scared of
To Die
heights, I
Hard.
thought, okay, are you scared of her fucking umbrella? Because, like, that's
She
what
just
I thought.
she float
Floats down.
in.
I'm okay with that.
If
It's
she
Lin-Manuel
floats
Miranda.
in, why can't she float
She-
up there?
Why can't she use
Then shut
her
up.
evil Mary Poppins powers and take care of this problem for them? No, you have to learn a lesson. So you have.
Oh, you are such a train wreck.
It's like goddamn Laura Dern in Star Wars. Like, I have to teach you a lesson, so I can't just solve the problem.
So Die Hard is the movie with Bruce Willis.
I hate it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, back to Die Hard though, which is a movie,
I apologize
which
for the
is a
5-minute
movie
digression.
from the 1980s
Oh my
starring
God.
Bruce Willis. So one of my favorite parts about the movie, we just need a break or something. It's fine. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
sorry.
we just went on a rant for like 5 minutes.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Mary
fucking Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Emily Blunt is amazing, but what the fuck? Okay.
Okay. So in Die Hard, though.
In Die Hard.
Which is the movie that we're talking about.
Oh, the boy from the Blues Brothers is in Die Hard. I just wanted to bring that up. The boy that tries to steal the guitar from Ray Charles. He's the limo driver in Die Hard.
Oh, he actually is. She actually.
That's a good tangent.
I apologize.
Oh my god.
Jeanette kind of derailed the conversation.
What were we talking about? She didn't derail. She took the wheel. And she just went, let's go.
New path.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
So Die Hard, though, is a movie that I have seen before. No, okay.
Let's see. What do I like about Die Hard? Okay, everything. But
Yes.
I really like the the relationship between him and Al Powell, which is impossible to say his name.
I love Al Powell. His name is
Powell.
Carl. Okay, I know that he did other things other than Family Matters, but in my heart he is Carl, and he is always Carl. And I love Carl Winslow. He's a good man.
She just tangented it again.
But this time it's connected to Al Powell.
Oh, that's great, Jeanette.
Yeah, it works.
You're playing the Kevin Bacon game. In my...
Well, maybe you're just not a good enough leader.
You know what?
Maybe
you're not a good enough
she can't
follower.
wrangle you.
Oh, I
what
see.
you just said.
Maybe you just can't wrangle the
I
talent.
just need a tranquilizer dart at this point. Do you know who didn't have that? John McClane in the movie Die Hard, which we're talking about.
But he didn't have a machine
in
gun.
Die Hard, oh my goodness. Look him over there. So Die Hard, right? No, okay. One of my least favorite things. You keep saying that it's like the most amazing movie ever, and you love it. But what about
though?
the toxic masculinity?
Well,
though?
the fact
What
that there
about,
is
like,
one
when?
woman and one pregnant woman, and those are the only female characters that get any kind. There's none of the cops are female that really matter. There's a lady on the phone at one point,
That's about it.
but yeah, she's barely there.
Holly Gennaro is only there to support her husband, and
Yeah.
her entire dialogue stems around that pretty much, except for that one time when they're fighting about, I took this new job. Everything else, like her first conversation is, hey, I'm going to talk to my daughter about talking to the housekeeper to talk about getting my husband to the house, you know?
Let's face it, Die Hard does not pass the Bechdel test.
It does on a technicality if you count the 911 operator.
It doesn't need to, does it?
Well, no.
I mean,
there are some really, really good feminist movies that don't pass the Bechdel test.
Right, but this is...
I mean, fucking Showgirls passes the Bechdel test, and we all know what that piece of crap is. Like, I'm sorry. But it is still a milestone. Like,
It's
I mean,
not. It's not the end all be all
bar
of
to
feminism, but it is
Yeah.
kind of important to notice how many women are in the movie.
Because do it the other way around. How many movies have two dudes talking about something that's not a woman? That happens all the damn time. It's not rare at all.
And that's the thing. In this movie, there's the pregnant woman who basically isn't really a character except for just the extra, oh no, she's pregnant.
She's an extra twist.
And then you've got Holly Gennaro as the main woman, but she's barely in the movie, and all of her dialogue is supporting John McClane. Mm-hmm. He's still alive. What are you talking about? Only John could make someone that crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's her whole dialogue throughout the movie.
Well, I mean, it's really cool. Like,
yeah, but she's also not like the main character though. It's about John.
Right.
But that's the thing. It's the movie's about him.
But she's also a boring character. So what else could
that's
she
the problem.
say?
They could have made her a more interesting character, but they chose to make her the mom who's like a working lady, but didn't do anything with that. They just made her the support to him.
I mean, also
that's
to
why.
be fair though, in that situation, I'm not gonna be like, if there's a man with an actual gun.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is, like, before that, there's no... she doesn't have a personality before that happens, and that's the problem.
Well, the movie starts with that happening. I don't blame her.
No, she had plenty of time. She had the whole half of it.
I don't see...
She had, like, 15 minutes.
I don't really see any problem with that. I mean, it's an action movie, and it's based around John McClane, so...
It's lone hero trying to do his thing. Yeah, it's... Well, it's very American. It's a very American feel. You know?
I'm just saying. Like, there's not...
One man rises up to do what's right, and, you know...
Yeah, but I just... It's the toxic masculinity, though. It's if you just punch people hard enough, you'll solve the problem kind of
Violence
thing.
solves problems.
And I'm just
violence is justifiable in any circumstance.
Okay, but violence is causing problems. You kind of have to. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you going to talk him down with love? Like,
I just have to make
sorry.
him
Kumbaya, my lord.
He's literally being a terrorist. Like, what are you going to do? You know,
and if you did not kill him, he would have killed you. He was
God,
I
literally
know,
about
but
to
what I'm
shoot
saying
Ollie in
is
the
it's
face.
the part where he's
Like-
saying, he's taunting the German guy and being like, you should have heard your brother squeal when I murdered your brother, and now I'm murdering you. And it's just kind of like, you know what, John? I know you're upset, but also
you're crossing a few lines.
I'm just saying, he's the hero of the story, and it's just.
Okay, but are you asking him to watch what he says when he's
Yeah,
literally beating the
No.
daylights out of another human being? And it's a cool line. You can't. I mean,
the
it's pretty
dialogue is
fucked up,
good.
but
It's
also
a
that
good-
guy deserved it. Like he's
Well-
tried to murder him. Like
He did, and he shot the glass, didn't he? Wasn't he the one that shot the glass?
Yeah.
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 That's the only other sentence that Alan Rickman drops in German. He actually does say, shoot.
the glass.
The Finster is,
Yeah.
It's about it. The rest of the movie in German is just like...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't really need it. These guys do speak English, and they're pretending to be terrorists instead
But when
of
they
thieves
say
and-
exactly the same things over and over, it does feel really fake.
Yeah.
Like I would have liked more
also,
German just to
sometimes
like.
you don't notice it. Sometimes if you don't know a word of German, you'd be like, yeah, that sounds German, and you just roll on with it. The only reason we know is because we've kind of studied it.
Well, I'm just saying. It's,
Like,
It is a little bit annoying. Like even as a kid, I was kind of like.
that's
well,
all
that's the
yeah.
same word.
It is.
Like how many times can you tell me to Schnell?
So hurry up.
Schnell.
Let's go.
Mach Schnell. Like
I mean, this is a very important situation. Let's go.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah,
Let's
but
get it tattooed. Schnell.
just point to your fucking arm.
What did I say, son?
Must I repeat myself?
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
just-
like this movie. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it.
There's
I mean,
not a lot that's bad about it.
I mean, there
Like,
were
there's-
boobs at one
it's-
point, which is kind of gross for no reason.
Well,
Well, I
again,
mean, but-
woman in the office place, one of the only women we ever get to see, and it's because she's having sex with the other guy, but oh no, the party
Right, and
got
then he bursts in
interrupted.
and yeah.
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 I'm just saying, if you look at the female characters, you've got the mom who's trying to be a boss.
Well, but it's
And then
also
you've got-
a business in the 80s.
I know.
And, you know,
but also,
it's...
Carl, his name's Al Powell, Jeanette.
His name's Carl!
Al Powell, he has a wife, but we never get to see her, but he just talks about how she's currently working on
Yeah.
our baby, so even he
Well, all
has a
that does
pregnant
is
wife.
give him
It builds
a good
his
emotional
character.
right. We
But-
don't need to see her.
I know, but what I'm saying is that
Well,
kind
you
of,
never see Mrs. Columbo, and she's there. It works.
in this other 1980s Peter Falk
I love
television show.
Anyway,
love Peter
I like
Falk.
this movie. I do think it is a Christmas movie. It is one that we
I-
watch on Christmas.
It
like-
feels Christmas. The
This
soundtrack,
is Christmas
there's
music.
Christmas songs in it, and there's
right.
there's a tree.
The woman.
There's a tree.
There is.
There's a tree.
Uh,
No, it's very Christmas, and
Right.
it is one of those movies that people do watch on Christmas because it just the whole thing feels Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce Willis is fucking killer. The whole. I
and
mean,
a fucking killer. Just saying.
oh.
but also Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
I mean,
he does
he's like
so
the main
well.
Really, really good
Yep.
thing about this movie that I keep
Like
going
that
back
part
to.
where he's like,
just
"Don't
so
shoot me, don't
cool.
shoot me," and then
like
he finds it
he's
out.
crazy
and, oh
in
my
an
God.
actual smart way.
Yes.
And most villains aren't that way. They're crazy in like a goofy or in a I'm overly crazy. So
the
you can't
current
stop
thing
kind
is
of
like
thing.
the Heath Ledger Joker, where you're just crazy because you want to be
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hans Gruber is very introverted, very
he's very intellectual.
Cold,
He is
calculating,
very
and let's do this thing, and I've got a plan,
Yes.
and they're going to unlock, and then the FBI is going to fulfill my plan
the
for me.
FBI is going to come
Right.
and
And it's
turn off
very-
the power, and that's going to break the one part of the code that we couldn't do.
As a
and
villain,
I knew that was going to
appreciate
happen. So
how
cool.
he
Like,
played it. I really
Yeah.
do because there's not that many villains that I can kind of compare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all the villains now are like fucking Syndrome from The Incredibles. They're all like goofy and they've all been like, "You hurt my feelings, die!" And you know,
You rejected me one time when I asked you out, so therefore you have to die now. That
didn't
happens
we
a lot
watch something
too.
that recently that had that exact plot, and I immediately thought, okay, that's Syndrome.
Yeah.
I can't remember. We watched something and it was literally the same thing. Like, oh, it was fucking the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to be a superhero and they said nah, and then he goes, I'll murder your family! And, you know what I mean?
And he tries, and
I
Leonard.
was like, I love this show, but also it's literally The Incredibles.
Also, Leonard. I mean, he's going through some more things than Syndrome was. Like, the family thing.
Well,
and...
we get to see more of that.
Yeah.
I tangented. That was me tangent. That was me tangent. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I'm just saying, as a villain, like,
yeah.
I really enjoy the intellectual, like, villain where it's like, okay, you're not so crazy to the point of why would you be following him? You know what I mean? Because there's some...
Well, they're following him because they're going to get money. This time it totally makes sense. Like, that's how he amassed his, team.
I'm just saying, like, some villains are a little bit, like, dopey.
Why would you follow Voldemort? Why would you all not just kill him? Like, he's clearly a waste of time. He couldn't kill a baby. Like... The Dark Lord Voldemort, no, he's moldy toast, and I could kill him.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just kind of like, why was there not a more fight for power in the Voldemort ranks? Because Voldemort is stupid. Like, he's just...
Yeah, he kind of is a little bit.
Like Hans Gruber, yes, I could see why you would follow him. He is charismatic and charming and smart. Voldemort. I mean, have you seen...
Tom Marvolo Riddle was
Yeah,
the
I
looker
can
back
say
in the
Tom
day.
Riddle,
You're
but
thinking of the new Voldemort that was post the failed baby kill. And you need to think back as soon to the pre-baby kill.
As soon as the baby kill failed, you're no longer my leader. If you can't kill a baby, how are you going to lead this country?
Well, it's one of those questions about how is one thing falling... Yeah. To bring it back to a different Bruce Willis movie.
I'm sorry.
Mangalores don't fight without a leader, man. So it's like, why... Fifth Element.
Yeah.
We talked about
it. I was like, I know what a Mangalore is.
In the Fifth Element, when he's like, the Fifth Element was like, you can't... The Mangalores don't fight. This alien race doesn't fight if they don't have a leader. And so if you take out Voldemort, apparently all the Death Eaters go, well, we don't have any leadership anymore. And they're just going to give up.
I thought they were following him because he was supplying them with weapons.
I don't know.
I thought that was why
Voldemort?
they were... No, not Voldemort. The Mangalores.
He gave us the wands.
They were working with Zorg because he was giving them stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought that's why they were following Zorg.
In that other Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah, but no,
we already talked about that.
One Mangalore leader.
I feel like you guys aren't into Die Hard.
Oh my god.
Honestly, it would be more like in Star Wars. After the Empire is taken down, now you have these extra factions that are all vying for power.
We're going to talk about Die Hard today.
Let her.
You have the Republic, you have, the New Republic versus the Old Order versus, and you have everything going on. And that's what would happen after your galaxy empire.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your rant about galaxies?
I'm just saying what has happened in the Star Wars universe post-Empire falling is what would happen. There would be vying for power. It's like if the mob boss dies, all the
if Nakatomi were shot by Alan Rickman, and then a Gennaro came up, you know what I mean? Like a secondary ruler would emerge or something. Thank you for joining the power.
I apologize for all the tangenting that happened during Die Hard.
So
There's nothing bad to say about Die Hard. It is a good movie.
It's slightly
I like
a bit
it
sexist,
so much.
But it's not about that.
Well, it's in the 80s. I go with it. It's an action movie.
It's an action movie.
It's
about the action. It's about
it's
the German people.
Tiny
and
little
the
thing,
action's
though.
really well
Every
done.
woman in the movie.
Well,
even if you're not in the movie.
3 women
But
in the movie.
that's what I'm saying. Even when they're not in the movie, like the taxi driver guy had a girlfriend. Oh, her underwear in the front seat. I didn't know you were going to be in the front seat tonight.
Okay, but not all movies need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
I'm just
mostly
saying.
about 3 people.
Yeah.
It's about Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, and Al Powell.
Yeah.
Like, it's mainly about those 3. So I don't really need...
Yeah, like the auxiliary henchman, who the fuck cares?
Because when you go talk about other things, it detracts from, like, the tense of him sneaking like a fucking rat through this building and trying not to die.
Hunted.
He's literally being hunted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for that right now. Like, there's literally...
It's exciting.
It's a hostage situation.
And,
It's literally terrorists. I'm literally
people
in
are
the
dying.
vents in an elevator shaft trying not to die. Like, sorry. You know what I mean? as much as a feminist as I am, I just don't think that there's really a good spot for it in this movie because there's more important things going on.
No, it's the 1980s setting, isn't it? It's the 1980s business.
It could have been
setting.
like Rambo, where there's not a single female-speaking ever character in the entire film of Rambo.
Yeah.
I've never seen
The
Rambo.
entire fucking film, there's not a single woman. It's
just kind of one of the.
I thought
it's
it was
like
about
modern day
war.
1970s Oregon,
it's like down
not a single
Periscope.
woman.
You know, down Periscope had to shoehorn in a female character.
Yeah, and then make her the butt of the joke the whole
It was
time
a
because, haha, you're a woman.
male-dominated industry, and it's also they're on a submarine, and they're men on a submarine. You can't have a woman when there's men on the submarine, and so they had to force a woman into the movie in that way. So it's kind of like the setting
just to give him a romance opportunity.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
They have to justify her
the
existence by saying
building
she's fighting against
is
the
like
patriarchy kind of thing.
preventing
so she herself.
The building's preventing feminism.
oh my
Nakatomi.
goodness.
The setting.
Nakatomi
is
himself
like
could have hired more women.
A 1980s movie.
One of the criminals could have been a woman. More than one.
Yeah, none
could
of the
have been.
criminals are women.
None of the criminals, and
they don't know how to hold guns.
They're
mercenaries. Well, they're mercenaries, but the one is a hacker. The one's a fucking computer hacker.
Okay, but that's the only black guy on their team.
That is the only black guy. He could have been a black.
At least he didn't die. That's good. He didn't die.
Well, no, he got hit by a car, didn't he?
He got punched in the face.
I thought he died.
No, he didn't die.
I thought everybody died.
No, he got punched in the face. The limousine driver punched him in the face.
I thought he got hit by the car when it broke.
They hit the car, but he was still present.
Okay.
And then the limo driver was like, "No."
Okay.
And that's not him dying.
Okay.
I hope they remembered that he was in the basement.
Just fucking. He
just
walks
gets
out of the building
like Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men.
I'm
like,
just saying,
okay.
maybe he crawled away to safety because nobody knew that he was there. That's a problem. I hope they dealt with that
Anyway.
in this movie.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Okay, so yeah, overall, there's...
It's not technically a Christmas movie, but it's kind of a Christmas
It fucking
movie.
is. And Bruce Willis came out and said that it's not, and I'm like...
It literally ends with, "Oh, the way on the right side is the right one."
Yeah.
It's a Christmas movie.
Like, just because it's action-y doesn't make it not a Christmas movie. Like,
It's literally...
still... Explosions. It's fine.
Like, Santa Christ, don't make me poke you full of ho-ho-holes. Like, action Santa.
Anyway.
It's fine. So overall opinion is that it's mostly...
wonderful.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
It's just-
I mean, yeah, there's like some
real
weird
good.
spots, but it's overall worth it because the action's fucking killer. Like, it's straight up amazing.
Well,
So...
the choreography, like the fight choreography, is pretty decent.
With the
Yeah?
shooting and
Yeah.
the running.
I mean,
And
it's
then
not
there's a
quite
part
as
where
fun
he's
as like the
hanging from
Winter
the chain,
Soldier,
and I don't
but
like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That's not toxic masculinity. They're literally having to murder each
No.
other.
It's... How do you get down if you're hanging from a chain by your neck?
He probably pulled himself
He
up
probably-
and then unloosed it and then dropped.
He probably woke up and was like, "Oh no,
It's
I'm
like
not
in
dead
Fatal
now."
Attraction.
And then
I
he
know
just-
the bubble stopped, but she's still alive. Just go with it.
Goodness. Anyway.
Anyway, Die Hard
Yes.
with a vengeance. I've never seen. I saw part of the second one. I don't even want to. The other ones just don't even.
Whatever.
Just stop it.
Do you think Bruce
Live
Willis?
free, die hard. What's even happening anymore? You know.
He throws a car at a helicopter.
That's great.
Anyway.
I've never seen any of those.
Okay.
Yeah. So overall, that's what we talked about, Jeanette.
Yes, indeed.
87 movies.
Yeah.
So this was my week, but next week is going to be your week.
It is
My
gonna be
turn.
And have we decided?
last week of July? What you gonna do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could do another Bruce Willis movie. I don't know. We'll decide.
That would make so many.
We'll debate about it.
We've already done.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. It is my week, and then it's August,
Yes.
and we are going to do
Birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday.
Birthday.
Yes.
It's birthday.
Our
girl.
birthday is on August, but weren't we doing adaptation August?
Yeah, I kind of like that
We
idea.
were thinking about it.
Yeah, we were thinking adaptation August because then we could be like comparing books to movies and shit because we do that a lot in our own free time. So we thought,
Yeah.
Podcast.
okay,
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining the Merle Girl Podcast, which we always keep forgetting to
it's
talk
Merle
about.
Girl movies.
Merle
Girl movies.
Yeah.
Because of the MGM pun.
Because I thought,
I see what you did
Yeah.
there.
that was me.
That's good. Anyway, thank you so much for joining the Merle Girl Movies Podcast.
It's just movies, not movies.
Merle
Movies.
Girl movies.
Movies.
Okay.
Movies.
Merle Girls talk
Thank
about
you.
it's fun.
Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye.